Welcome to a Starter and a Chaser podcast with your hosts, Joe Clarke and John Passow.
If you put a shark in a pool, is it still a pool, or does it become an aquarium, or a pond, or an ocean?
Oh, hey, welcome to another episode of a Starter and a Chaser podcast where we analyze fish and where we taste whiskey, spirits, and everything else. I am professional brewer John Passow.
I'm whiskey connoisseur Joe Clarke.
Joe, Texas. I like Texas. I've been there a couple times.
It's pretty cool.
We've got a product from Texas, don't we? What do we have?
Garrison Brothers, not just any Garrison Brothers, the Cowboy Whiskies. We have a 2017 and 2018 and 2019 offerings here.
Who are the Garrison Brothers, Joe?
The Garrison Brothers was started in 2006 in High, Texas. They're actually Texas' first legal distillery.
Wow.
They lost hundreds of gallons of whiskey to 130 degree heat.
Well, that's when they first opened.
Yes, and they only produce straight bourbon whiskey. But going back to that, losing hundreds of gallons of
that had to hurt.
130 degree heat is because of the barrel design. They started out with your Kentucky bourbon style barrels, but what happened was with the heat and the expansion and the contraction, because it's such extreme during the day and then the cold at night, the evaporation actually it evaporated right out of the barrel to nothing.
The Angels got all of it.
That's right. It all went to Angel share. So what they had to do was custom make barrels that are the staves are much thicker, and also the barrels are smaller. So now they're actually aged faster in a shorter amount of time because you have more surface area, and also now the barrels can retain that juice. Their 4 years in Texas actually equals to 23 in Kentucky.
And
so
that's just not people living there. It's not like Texas years, like dog years.
Right.
It's just for only aging whiskey, not people.
And just a quick thing here. I used to, really be snobbish about when I first saw Texas whiskey, 1 year, 2 years. Oh, look at the price of that. Are you kidding me? Now that you understand that, and the reason with that heat and everything like that down there and such a drastic temperature change, that whiskey is really barreling it, going into that barrel and being pulled out, going into that barrel and being pulled out. Extreme rates.
It's fast aging. So like you said, that 4 years in Texas is 23 in Kentucky. So that's why you get that.
And these are how old?
These are all 5-year products. Now the 2018 is 133.9 proof. They only made 4,725 bottles. And the 2019, which had a little design change so you can actually see the bottle now through the plexiglass, is 137.3 proof. Dear God, we're going to get up. 6,440 bottles made. Joe, stick your nose in that beautiful, beautiful Glencairn and tell the viewers what you're smelling.
All of you out there that agree with me that are into the caramels and the dark fruits and your classic bourbon notes that are just on steroids in concentration on this. I mean, look at this color. It's so thick.
It is that is amber. That is like ruby amber.
And the proof does not transfer much on the nose. You get a little bit of burn on the nose, but I mean, that caramel and the stone fruits on this they just pound through on this one.
All right, now the 2019, which is also 5 years and pretty close to the same color.
Yeah. Similar on the nose, John. Very, very similar.
Okay.
Pounding through caramel, pounding through the stone fruits. There is lots of barrel on these too. I mean, it is a no joke barrel forward. A little bit of a smoke hint to it. A lot of molasses kind of thing coming through. Very sugary brown sugars. We're in for a treat. I know we're in. We both know we're in.
We both know it. 2018.
Let's do it.
Prost. Oh, yeehaw.
Look at this.
Oh, that's hot. Wow. What are you tasting?
I don't care. I just want to stop the show.
and drink
just
this.
drink these and right off into the sunset. But I taste a caramel, heavy hit. There is burn. There is a serious Texas hug going on here.
Yeah. Houston hug.
It doesn't matter though. That heat is evenly met with just super concentrated flavors. I can't like keep going on. I'm gonna give it too much praise. It is
Focus on the flavors.
well
the flavors.
crafted. A lot of citrus I'm getting on this too. Actually, in the background, I'm getting that kind of orange peelish going on. A little peanutty, maybe. Heavy on the stone fruits, heavy on the caramel, heavy on the molasses, heavy on the brown sugars. John, what do you got?
Brown sugar, molasses, clove, cinnamon, spice, heat, alcohol, barrel, vanilla, coconut.
Second sip. I just only my second.
I'm on my third.
The spice really comes through.
Yeah.
Not alcohol heat.
There's a flavor in there that I lost while I was listening to you talk, and I'm having a hard time getting it back. Cherry. I'm getting a cherry note to this.
Sure. Yeah, it goes along with your stone fruits.
Yeah.
It is definitely more cherry than anything, for sure. Yes.
It is
maybe
mouth
more descriptive.
watering.
Yes, it is. For being such high proof, you would think it would just suck you dry. You know what I mean? But it actually is very succulent, mouth watering.
Oh, that's hot, but it's like Joe was saying, it's well balanced hot.
I wouldn't put a drop of water in this.
No.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
An attempt at a palate cleanse in between these. All right, 2019.
Slancher.
You know what they say, the only things that come from Texas are steers and really good bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh, lighter body. Less alcohol burn. It's like a completely different product.
What is that on the back of the tongue?
I'm getting mint.
Almost peppermint-like.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's shot like to the back center of my tongue.
Yeah.
Like a suction cup. It was crazy.
Wow. That's like,
Being
from
so similar
on the nose. Yeah.
On the palate, they are totally different.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
No,
you were like, this is the same on the nose. And it's like, no,
now,
this
why is that? Both
completely different.
5-year products. Is it something you guys do to the barrels? Do you char the barrels differently? Are they in different types of chars?
This is a larger production, which I don't know if they bump production up when they brewed it. So if they brewed more at once, that can kind of change flavors. But if they just split up the brew sessions into distillation sessions and did more of those,
technical side than I do. I just like to drink the stuff.
Yeah, that could come from anywhere from the brewing, the distilling, the weather during this while it's aging. Even though it's both 5 years,
that is right there. It depend. This season could have been climate and temperature here, and this season could have been up here or down here. That absolutely does change the flavors. How far did that whiskey go in and pull out the barrel?
With something like Texas, where it's such extremes, I would bet just a little bit of a variance would create a huge swing in the flavor.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that, considering they're saying 4 years theirs equals to 23 in Kentucky. So if you see a 1 or 2 year aged bottle in Texas, in the right area, I mean, I guess Texas in general, don't snub it off like I used to, because it's actually probably really good whiskey.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So Joe, final thoughts.
I'm going to say this. I've said it recently. I have tried Cowboy before. So have you. We have.
Yes.
This is hands down the best bourbon I have ever had. Period. There is nothing out there that BTAC, Pappy's, anybody offers that comes close to this. I will take this over anything. That's how I'm saying it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, that's huge praise, man. Because Joe has had a lot of whiskeys, a lot more than I have, and to say that's high praise. I would not go that far. For me, these are probably in my top 5. I would say they are definitely in my top 5. The heat is so intense that it is just a hair out of balance, I feel, with the rest of the flavors in the 2018. Now the 2019, it doesn't have that heat, but it's a little thinner, and compared to the 2018, while it's a different beast, I feel like the 2018 jumps forward as the winner for me. If
you like the 2018? Okay, if we're going side by side.
Yeah, let's do side by side.
Okay, I kind of said in general, Cowboy is the best. Both of these, even though they're very different, are still the best.
They're really good. Don't get me wrong. These are like top tier stuff.
And you pay for them. Beautiful.
Caramel in the 2019's coming out now. Still got that peppermint.
It's almost too hard.
Which is your favorite child, Joe? I've got. Come on. Drum roll. What is your favorite?
2018.
2018. Yep. There you have it.
Yep. 2018
is the winner for both of us. And that is today's review of Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon. Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
That's right. Make George T. Stagg.
We better go check on the shark.